How do missionaries get paid? Welcome to Ask Team. Today's question was inspired by a viewer who asked, are your long-term missions for nurses a paid position? There are two main ways that missionaries get paid, salaried and self-funded, and it depends on the missions agency as to which method they use. While there are pros and cons to both models, the goal is the same, to bring God's salvation message to the ends of the earth. Salaried missionaries are usually backed by a church denomination, so the church does the fundraising and pays the missionaries accordingly. This can take the financial burden off the missionary, allowing them to focus on their ministry areas, but might remove some of the face-to-face relationships with financial and prayer supporters. Other missions agencies like Team require each missionary to raise their own financial support. This means that if you feel the call to vocational missions, you'll need to ask friends, family, and churches to financially support your living and ministry expenses before you get to the mission field. For most people, asking for money sounds like one of the most intimidating things that could ever be asked of them. Even more intimidating than packing their bags and moving to the other side of the world as a missionary. But don't worry, Team and other agencies have dedicated staff and tried and true resources to help you with the fundraising process. In fact, Team sees fundraising as a real and important part of every missionary's ministry, and here's why. The fundraising process allows you to invite people into your ministry. Let's say you're going to be digging wells in Chad while sharing the gospel. Many people back home who will never go to Africa can actively participate in the work happening there when the missionary invites them to join their support team. Plus, you get to build personal relationships with all of your donors. You get to disciple people in biblical stewardship. When you ask for financial support, you get to tell your story and, therefore, God's story. You're building a team back home that will be there for you. They'll be praying for you and your ministry because they're invested in the work. The call to missions falls on the church as a whole. Missionaries are the boots on the ground. But financial supporters back home are no less a part of fulfilling that calling. Thanks for watching. But now we want to hear from you. What questions do you have about missions? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll try to answer them for you. And who knows? Your question might be featured on the next episode of Ask Team.